Hello everyone, welcome back with me, Captain Emo, for some more NeverWinter. Well, I got some things to talk about today, but let's start off with, like, the normal. Hello everyone, welcome back with me, Captain Emo. Oh, I gotta fix something. Get some back play in the voice here. Well, I got some things to talk about today, but let's start off with, like, the... So, normal. If you guys know me, you also know there's a great group of people who support me. Not financially or anything, just as friends, as just the general good people they are. They are down below in the description. Goblin Mordor, he is a professional miniature painter. He actually just won an award for one of his an Earth Elemental, which is absolutely amazing. You can find all his stuff down below, his store, his Twitter, his Patreon page. And he's a great guy just as a friend in general. He's always, someone I feel I can talk to. And the other group is Take 20 D&D. All their information is down below as well. They do live D&D games as well as video game streams. And they're a bunch of great guys. I love the interaction their stream has. You're not just sitting there watching them play D&D, you get to communicate with them and they respond. And the other one is CG Game. Shoot. Well, they're in the description below as well. They are building kind of a nerd or geek community where people can discuss video games, comic books, nerd movie, everything that we're into. They do discussions on and are setting up a community to share those hobbies. They're in below as well. But so let's get started. I definitely have a rant, pretty much. It's just because it's something that struck me as very odd, and not a lot of people. It's not odd, but I seen posted on Twitter someone asking if a thief, someone playing a thief, was to essentially switch over to a cleric, not a cleric, a paladin. Could they perform sneak attack? And I'm not trying to be some rageaholic jerk or anything like that, but that question being asked completely blew my mind, because it literally is one of those. I think too many people have the wrong impression on what sneak attack is. Sneak attack is not always, I'm using the word always because it is sometimes, I'm hiding in the shadows, you don't see me coming, I leap out, throw a cloth over your face, stab you 3 times in the back and drop you dead in a ditch, or I come up behind you and slit your throat. That is not how it always works. Just like I've had people, I was playing a thief at a game, and the guy turned around and was asking me how I was performing sneak attacks with the Morningstar. Nowhere have I seen, nowhere could he prove to me, and nowhere is it written that you have to use specific weapons. That you must and only use, daggers, rapiers, short swords. That is just not true. It does not exist. You can use any weapon, even range weapons, as long as you're within a certain footage. And even then, the only thing I know that you cannot perform a sneak attack with, ooh, that hurt, is something that does not use precision damage. And what I mean by that is, if you are... Why did I not heal, or is that healing? That is healing, okay. Killed that boar, so we'll summon another one. Go. Go, piggy. Go, piggy, piggy, piggy. Alright. Oh. He went invisible. Alright. So. Oh, I'm out of ammo, so I need to find my own right here. Alright. Let's drink a cure moderate. Oh. Killed everybody. Oh, I fired a raid with feeblement at him last time. That's what was wrong. Drink, drink, drink. Woohoo, made my saving throws. Alright, so there's this misconception on, you know, and I've had so many people make that mistake. I don't know why they're making the mistake, but they do. It's like they just, I don't know. You know, no one's in the comments yet, or I'd be asking, or they are, and I'm just not doing it right here. But yeah, I was playing at one game, Pathfinder Society, so just so you exactly know what I was playing. But we were in the Pathfinder Society game, and I was playing a thief, and just straight rogue. I was 3rd level at the time, and basically we were fighting on the deck of this ship, and I roll over and I, you know, the fighter was on one side, these two guys were standing there, I flanked then the position, and I took my swings, oh I should say my swing, and I strike the guy, and I end up, you know, I roll my sneak attack damage and everything, and I drop him. And the fighter's like, how did you do so much damage? I don't do that much damage. I explained to him, well, I just performed a sneak attack, you know, and I was able to, you know, pretty much I was able to kill him with my sneak attack because, you know, I'm doing 1d8 plus, I think I rolled a critical at the time, but it's like, so I'm doing 1d8 plus I have, you know, a 3 strength, and I'm using it hand and a half, so I get this much, and you know, I went through my whole thing, and he's like, well, you can't use a Morning Star for that. And I was like, yeah, I can. And he was very adamant and started arguing with me, so the DM told us pretty much, you know, hey, knock it off kind of thing. And he did. Then after the game, he tried to come up and argue with me some more when we were getting ready to go home. And I'm like, okay, you got all your books. You show me where it says I can't. And he's all like, well, his argument then became, well, it's not a precision weapon. It's like, okay, then where does it give you a list of precision damage weapons?
Welcome.
And when he couldn't show me that list and realize that, okay, maybe I'm making a mistake here, he finally kind of got that, and I was just shocked. And so that's what it is. I didn't finish telling the story about the paladin. So this guy's asking, is it possible for a thief, let's say, he didn't give a lot of detail, but let's say you're a 5th level thief, and then he used the term for story purposes, I switch over to becoming a paladin. Could I still use sneak attack? Absolutely, you could still use sneak attack. Of course you can use sneak attack.
Do you have news of them? Of course.
And then what bothered me, I guess, about it was when I was reading the comments, people are like, oh, well, it depends on his, you know, what deity he's serving or what code of ethics he chooses, or no, it doesn't. He can sneak attack all he wants because it is not what I think a lot of people envision. Good morning, Mike. You're missing my rant. I guess I should wait until you got on before I ranted. But basically, I'm ranting. Oh, I did not die, by the way. My partner died, not me. But I'm ranting about how someone was asking if a thief who becomes a paladin can perform a sneak attack. And then you know, they were going on about it, and then in the discussion, someone said, well, it depends on his alignment, or depends on this or that. It's like, it doesn't. He can always do sneak attack, because sneak attack, A, is not evil. It's not always stabbing somebody in the back. A sneak attack is precision damage, meaning that you are, you know, my basic example of it is you are, hold on, let me drop this, my game's starting to lag. There. It's funny, if I have my OBS, my recording software, up when I'm trying to play on my secondary monitor, it makes my game lag really bad. Alright, all good now. But it is just precision damage. It's going, hey, you know, you have kidneys. I'm going to stab you in the kidneys because I can do that. Ooh, summon monster 2. No, I don't have to. There's one charge on it. Are you kidding? Is there seriously only one charge left on this? 28? 1, yeah. Oh my gosh. Alright. Never mind. It didn't just save me. But, you know, and so to have these guys telling this DM, I assume, who's asking the question, this baloney about, well, he can, but only if it, you know, doesn't violate his code or whatever. It's like, no. If you really want to be particular and say what you can, but you have to situationally explain how you're using your sneak attack, you know, based on, now you have to vocally describe how you're stabbing somebody. Because it's like a paladin who's in a sword fight with a goblin isn't going to go, oh, I'm only going to strike his arms and legs until he bleeds to death. No, you're fighting. You have a sword. You stab somebody. You kill them. Taking time to go, hey, you know, it's more effective if I stab him in the kidney than it is to, you know, stab him any other way. Absolutely no way, shape, or form does that make the paladin evil. Unless he purposely is doing it to make someone suffer. And then it's like, well, you're sneak attacking, but you're doing it purposely to cause pain, not actual death. That's evil. Ooh, I almost opened that door and got hit by a trap. No, I just, it made me, it should not have made me so upset. But I guess it just bothered me because you have people going on something like Twitter and they're asking for help. And then you have people who are giving them responses that, you know, if you're not 100% sure, or you're like, well, I think this is how it works, before responding to them, why don't you look it up? I mean, go the extra mile to actually look something up yourself, instead of saying, hey, I think this is how it works, go look it up. No, stupid hellhound. Let's drink the cure mod again. Since my cleric is like really slow at healing me all the time. Is there just the one? One guard dog, okay. I don't know, you know, and I was telling my wife about it. She was kind of, you know, my wife is my, she's my control point. She keeps me grounded. And she explained to me, it's like, well, you know, maybe they were just doing their best and was trying to help them out in the best they could. You know, you shouldn't, you know, it's not like they're purposely trying to mislead the guy, and I understand that. I'm so tired of everyone coming down on thieves so often. I love playing a thief. It's a great class. I do feel it's a class you have to understand how to play. You know, it's very unique in the fact that it's not a fighter. It doesn't play like a fighter. It's not a bard. It doesn't play like a bard. They play the way a rogue plays, and you need basically practice with it. There we go. But okay, enough of my rant. How are you this morning? I know you were busy, but we didn't talk a whole lot about how your weekend went. Were you able to kind of relax and still have a joyful weekend? Now, are you laughing because of how I said let's end this rant and just change subject, or are you just laughing because I was ranting about what I was ranting about? Now I must know. Why do you laugh at me, sir? I need to save it because the boss fights through here, and I'm most likely going to die since you like to point that out. Nice crossbow shot. Painting all weekend too? You're crazy, man. I don't know how your hands don't fall off from, you know, excessive. Ooh, traps. Over excessive painting. I know me and my wife have been talking about stuff. We're hoping her work will get better here soon. Her boss kind of finally realized that they've been pushing her too hard. They let her hire somebody. Oh, don't tell me my game just crashed. No, okay. They let her hire somebody onto the team to hopefully help alleviate some of the problems she's been having. But she's been really sad that she literally has not got to paint at all since the ogre I put up. She hasn't been able to paint. Whoa. Why does my window keep dropping? Driving me crazy. I don't know what's going on, but my window keeps dropping. Okay. Let's see. Big Bag and Ugly. Let's go ahead and hit him. Ray of Feeblement here. Crap. He makes a saving throw. Alright. He's targeting my Pixie too. Thank goodness I have I put mage armor on her. I gotta just use my crossbow right now because I don't want to burn up my spells before the boss fight. That's not good though. I got one kit left. Let's go ahead and see if we can't do some combat healing on her before she gets dropped. Oh, I get smacked instead. What? He killed her anyways. Dang it. Yeah. She's been working like 68-hour weeks. And I'm sick of it. Your wife just finished 2 months of overtime, so she's back to a 4-day week. She's happy. And that's really good. I know employers are just trying to do what they think's best for the company. But having someone work, 2 weeks of overtime or, 68-hour weeks over and over and over again is not healthy for them. It's not good for your employees. You burn them out. They can't keep working at that pace. Nobody can. But yeah, she hasn't been able to do any painting. I bought her more stuff for it, and she's like, "Oh, I love it." Then at the same time, you look at her, and she's like, really, you visibly upset that she knows she can't do anything. She comes home, we eat dinner, she stays up for an hour and goes to bed because she's got to go to work again. And it's just ridiculous. No. Here's my possessed familiar. But yeah, you're working a ton too. I know we keep talking about it, but it's like you were talking about playing this as I went through and showing you and playing it kind of alongside me. But how are you going to play the game if you're always painting? Need some game time, man. Let me search these. I need to talk to the big guy there. Hello? Oh. I like that. I need a wand tab here. I'm starting to gain my wands. Down one more. So why did they have your wife working so much overtime? 25 charges, I'll take it. Alright. Double quick peek around the room real quick, make sure we didn't miss anything. I gotta make sure I zoom in on the monster. It's something we don't see very often.
You hunt the head jailer, yeah? Face.
I'm hoping one of the water haven creatures actually. Let's see. Her, I'm not much know about that. All I know is he's not a man. Just a shell of a man. Do you have proof of this? Why he set the prisoners free? Why he make the guards into zombies? Why must he tell me to watch the back? Watch that back of his. Guardian zombies. What are you talking about? All right. I don't really want to kill him, but just. We'll leave him. We'll leave him and we'll go down there and deal with this. Alright, so my mage armor, my familiar. I don't think I have any more. Yeah, I don't have any more defensive potions. Alright, let's save again. I always save, I always save. Oh, wait, what? Because they are nasty, mean hobgoblins. Oh. Alright, so we have a bunch of guards down here who I think are going to attack me when I go to deal with him. I'm going to try it. I don't think it's going to work, but let's drop a sleep on him. What? What did he roll for his save? He rolled a 9. He's only got a +1. I say the DC's only 14. And he biffs the roll on it. Oh, I'll take it. I'll take it. So I'm going to go straight for... Let her get her coup de grace off. There we go. He's body jumping.
My steel will strike.
Come on, Piggy, get in there. There we go. Alright. Now, I want all of you people to study this. Intellect Devourer. Not many, I'm finding not a lot of people know what this monster is or have dealt with it. I've had one run in it in 1st edition D&D. And I think another in 2nd. They're nasty. Oh, no, see, this is interesting. Challenge rating impossible. Thoroughly repugnant? Oh, I cannot read today, I'm sorry. Creature, the water-having intellect devourer radiates evil. You cannot read its strange features but only a fool would think it's friendly. It's got damage reduction, damage resistant, and damage immunity to fire. You got my pixie, my boar over there, and he's charging my face. We'll just do a little. Ooh, and my cleric scores a crit. I'll take it. I know he's going to jump in another body. Concentration check success. So I was hoping to try getting something off there.
We won't both walk away from this.
Ah, he's charging me again. Let's do a circle. Get him, team. I don't even technically think we're doing any damage to him right now. I think I have to kill all the guards before we do any damage at all. Now, I know you said you rolled up a spellcaster. I think you said a sorcerer. Do you plan on going into the Dragon Disciple prestige class, or are you just going to run straight sorcerer? Because remember, if you have all of these games, it goes from level 1 to 40. So you can actually run all the way to 40th level sorcerer, or you can mix in a prestige class yet still go well into your sorcerer. Pretty sure the prestige classes do not have epic levels to them, so you can go 10 levels as Dragon Disciple and 30 levels as Sorcerer. Man, so he's doing AoE damage to them every so often. His damage reduction making so my arrows aren't doing much. I don't want to completely burn through this negative energy wand. I'm going to burn through quite a bit of it. Okay, I think that's enough of that one. Are there any spells I'm forgetting about? We can try days? I assume he's got a good will saving throw. I did not see where his saving throw was. Was that okay? +6. No, that's against negative energy. Where was cast days? Cast days. Yeah, nothing. Okay. There. Oh, whoa! He just went visible on me. Oh, you're doing Necromancer too? So you're doing a sorcerer Necromancer. Ooh, this is long. This is why I like my summon creatures here. That is a really long. He's stunning both of us, and it lasts a long time. If it wasn't for these two being out and about, we would not be doing anything to this guy. Oh! I almost got him. Alright. I guess I'll just keep trying my crossbow. I forgot, you can just leave this pause and stack your turns up here. So then when I just unpause it, it'll continue to shoot these every time it's my turn. There we go. It should be over by then. You'll see what I have to laugh at. See how my pixie right now keeps getting sneak attacks? It's not that she's invisible, and it's not that she's, you know, attacking from stealth. She's getting sneak attack because right now the intellect devourer is in melee combat with the boar. So between the two of them, that counts as flanked, and she can continue to deal sneak attack. I have a homebrew goblin sorcerer I use in the D&D game, which I have been making up for this game too. Okay. Oh, he killed her. How dare he? I know it's not, it doesn't really end up working the way you want it to, but you could, and I know you already made your character, but if you haven't played too far and you're willing to go through the remake process, if you click the sub-race button they show there, you can then type in the name of like whatever race you want, so you can type in Goblin, and then you go to, then they allow you to pick the actual race you'll be basing it on. So you could go Goblin, then pick the primary race to be a halfling or a gnome, and then make it like so the halfling would be green, so it actually looked like a goblin. If you wanted to, like I said, go ahead and go through the remake. I cannot hit him with my bow. Alright, I don't want to use any more of those things. Let's go back to these. Finally! About time. Killed my pixie and everything. I got his brain in a level. Oh yeah. The Goblin Sorcerer is really interesting. I've done Cobalt. I've done a Cobalt Sorcerer before, and in the for free Venture Week or free Campaign Week for Dungeons and Dragons, they had or Pathfinder released a module called We Be Goblins, and you actually play. The whole point is you're in a goblin village. You play goblins. It's a really great story. I'll have to send you a copy because it was a free giveaway. So it actually isn't something I pirated. So I can send that to you, and it's really cool. It was a lot of fun, and one of the ones in there was an alchemist, which is actually what I'm playing right now in my campaign with my wife. I'm playing not a goblin alchemist, but I'm playing a human alchemist thief. Seriously. Wow. It was locked. No, it wasn't locked. It was trapped. And all it had was a stupid crossbow in it. She's got a +9 on it. She rolled a net 20 on that disabled trap. I familiarly be rolling 20s. Thank you for the retweet, by the way. I have they got 2 retweets and 5 likes and like 300 people or 500 people seen it in the 90 minutes it took me to go live. So I appreciate it, man. One stupid generator, 2. Lovely. Oh, I think she's taken 20, so she's always going to roll a 20. Let's see. So we searched everything in here, right? There's all the treasure. Since we're down here, we need to we'll just level up. Now I've already done 1 level's Pale Mask. I'm going to do another, which will get me my Animate Dead spell. So now I can start summoning, instead of using the summon monster spell for the boars. Your next game is Friday night. Oh, sweet. I hope it is a blast, dude. It is always great. We didn't play this Saturday because I took my son out for kind of like a celebration because he's been doing so good in school this last week. He got done on time every day. He did it without fighting. Well, pretty much without fighting me on everything. He did a really good job, so we decided to take him out to celebrate. And so my dad didn't come over Saturday, so we didn't end up playing, which made me. I'm going to take another second mage armor, but that ended up making me sad. But it was worth it. He had a lot of fun. We all had a lot of fun. I took him on go-karts for the first time, and he absolutely loved it. I need some more second level spells other than Ghoul Touch. This is why I didn't get to play this week. I'm sad, but this will kind of help make up for it. I'll just do a late, 5-hour stream. Call it good. I'll stream as long as you're willing to sit here and talk to me. Oh, that's what I forgot to put up there. Another wand of negative energy. Heck yeah. See, those are great because those will heal my undead. And speaking of which... No, they're not going to let me do it there. Here, let's put it on... The party is all about to die. We all got crushed by a giant Indiana Jones type trap of rolling ball of death. Oh yeah. I could see that. Depending on how the DM really wants to run that, you guys could completely be screwed. He might allow you to, especially you being a goblin, you could technically, because if it's a ball rolling down a square hallway, there's always a gap that forms between the edge of the ball and the corners of the square hallway. Being a goblin, you could try to see if he'd allow you to make a dexterity save to hide in one of those corners to avoid being crushed. But I know every DM handles everything different, so he might not be okay with that. Now let's... Oh, wrong one. I want this. So I have this zombie now. 1 to 6 plus 1. He gets 2 attacks. 1, 1, 5. Base attack 2. Armor class 10. 30 hit points though. That's nice. The main thing is he does not have the strength I really would like to see. Alright, so are they not giving him undead traits then? Oh, there it is. This is why I like it. Damage reduction, bunch of immunities including sneak attack, mind effect, negative levels, all those great things. So now, main thing is we've seen his armor class was only a 10, but now I can use the second mage armor I took to buff that back up and heal him with my negative energy ray at range. I'm looking at all the minis and do not know what to paint for today's paint challenge. There were some miniatures my wife got that I really wanted to see done. I don't remember what it's called. I would have to take a picture of it and send it to you.
Goddess, take you now!
What is going on? So I'm noticing that my
Outstanding moonbow!
for some reason my partner is on the other side of this door that I cannot go through, and she got in a fight with somebody and died. That's hilarious. Alright. I could technically dart away from the stream because I know you really don't want to wait right now and take a picture of something that I'd like to see. And if you were able to or willing to, you could do those. That's a restoration. Oh, you know what? I'm stupid. I'm running back, and all I need to do is use my stupid warp stone. Alright. But no, yeah, if you want me to do that, I can do that.
Welcome. Do you have news of the missing water Davian creature?
I'm injured. Heal my wounds. Recovered.
Well done. I knew you would. That was the reason we lost contact with those in the prison. As if the plague was not enough. Where others have found only failure, you have discovered shining success. Never battling the plague has drained the coffers of NeverWinter. I regret I cannot offer you more than 500 gold pieces for all you have accomplished.
The party was going down a steep slope and the ball came down on top of us, so I grabbed a shield, one of the party members, and sat on the shield to slide down the slope to avoid the giant ball. Well, that's pretty good. At least you you gave a reason why you could achieve a greater base speed than the ball. Or I shouldn't say greater speed, you guys would end up being equal speed. But since you were ahead of it, you would stay ahead of it until you guys get down to the bottom.
Is there something else you need? Of course. I will do my best to help with whatever
You know,
you
it would
need
be
to know.
interesting
I am not one to sell
is
anything else.
you find out that he when the ball rolls down at the base of the slope, opens up a hole that like swallows the ball and reloads it back up to the top, so it actually reset the trap. Kind of think like a bowling alley, how the bowling ball will get sucked in and then come right back to the top. That would be a really interesting way to do that, because then you being on a shield, if you weren't too far ahead of it, you could get sucked into it. I'm just being devious now, but I think that would be interesting. Alright, let's go back to the mage, turning this into the Mage Academy here. Shouldn't call it Academy. The Mage Guild. And go get the next piece. And try to get some different second level spells I was talking
Are you
about.
back to continue on with our next round of challenges, or
Oh, I have to get all 4 before I can
Hello
turn them
again.
in. Sell, sell. Alright, so let's see. Second level spells. I can get Cat's Grace at up my base armor class some, and that will stack with my mage armor. Web. That's not so much, that one. Just because atypically I would say yes, but because I do rely on summons in this game, they'll just charge into it, which is why I was actually using Ghoul Touch for my crowd control. I'm thinking pretty much my only real option is going to be Bull Strength and Cat's Grace. If I can afford it, I will buy both. 300, 300. I will buy both, I'll learn both, And then basically what we'll do is we'll memorize those and use them, one as a buff for myself to up my armor class, and the other as a buff once again for my, because the duration of the spell, it will make a good buff for my wow, I cannot think. Should have only took one of those. Alright. It'll make a good buff for my undead. Okay. Let's see. So we're going to move some stuff around here now that I'm starting to get too many spells on the main slot already. So we'll leave. Well, let's just reset the whole thing, I guess. So put my undead ability here, and we will put buff spells on this page. And that's mostly just to help me remember that I have them, and when or when not I have not casted them. And on shift I will put my offensive spells, so during combat I can hit shift and see what I can work with. And then later on I end up doing crowd control spells on control and combat spells on shift, and defensive spells here, and then I shrink this down to where wands and rods I will put just one or two on the appropriate bars. Alright, so I think that's good. We're going to tag rest again just so I can get these back. Then get an extra charge up on my familiar in case she dies. And I think I would like to go and deal with... Honestly, I would definitely like to probably go and deal with the quarter. Oh, we also got crushed, so we're waiting to see what happens. We were all in a small room trying to heal ourselves. Oh, well, so you didn't die, you just got extremely damaged and beat up and a little hurt. You don't want to deal with the docks right now. I could deal with the beggar's nest because that's just more undead. And I could just change out my negative energies for magic missiles. I think I want to go deal with the Black Lake District. You'll have to judge for yourself if you think this is the right path, because I know this place can be a little more difficult, but it's just what I want to, what I think is the right way to go right now. No, I think you guys will probably be fine, because if he didn't just say like, oh look, you actually, you know, you took this 80 points damage and you actually died, you'll be fine. See, this is the other thing I like about my zombie. He releases this gas. I don't remember what the gas does, though. I don't know what it does, but I'll take it. I like it. It works for me. So buff him there. Get me covered with one mage armor. And cover him with the next. So now that brings him up to 15 strength with a 14 armor class. That's better. Oh crap. I forget to search the room, Bob. The other nice thing is by putting the mage armor on me and the dexterity increase on me, I can see when they wear off me and I'll know they're off him. So it kind of allows me to monitor the buff spells I'm putting on. There's nothing. Wow. Lovely. Now, I know, so I think you've only done a few of these games, right? Because I know you're fairly new to D&D and you're doing 5th edition. Shouldn't say you're new to D&D, you're new to like the regular, you're new to 5th edition. I don't know how much 1st or 2nd or 3rd, whatever you played.
I'll slit your throat!
There we go. But, because I was just curious, because I know, I was wondering if your wife was playing with you, or if this was just something that you're doing. Are you, I know you're saying you're playing on Roll20, so it's virtual group. There we go. Nice. That went easy. Junk. Junk, 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 junk. No, I don't actually remember if I need to keep my eye open. Okay, it's not going to be here. This is too small for them to put the... wow. This area is too small for them to put the Wizards Guild Hall. Nice! 19 points damage. Holy crap. That was a good hit. I'm happy with that. Like I said, this is why I like playing Pale Masters. But I love the dead in general. Anyone who follows me on Twitter knows that. I've actually been really disappointed in the last couple of years with like all the zombie movies that come out recently. And I literally would say probably in quite a while. So many of them are either like really B grade and not worth watching for me, because I don't want a cheesy zombie movie, or we're just over, didn't need as many sequels made for it as they made. Mostly talk about Resident Evil there. Some of the movies are good, some of the movies were not so good, and this last one, it was okay. I thought it was interesting, but I didn't think it was the greatest. I've always been a painter of D&D and a player of RPG games, but only now started to actually play D&D games. That's what I thought. And have you been liking it? Like, are you hooked now? Is this something you're going to be playing for the rest of your life? Have you got it? Because, like I said, I don't think you've played a lot of games. I think you said you've only met a few times. So it's not like you're level 10 yet, and you've been playing for, you know, a while. But I know some people that get hooked right after their very first game. Other people, it takes a while for them to be like, oh yeah, this is what I've been looking for. I know for me, I've been playing Dungeons & Dragons so long, I literally don't know what my life would really be without it, or be like without it. I mean, right now it's like 99% of the basis of, you know, my dad comes over every week pretty much for us to see each other and spend time together as a family, and we do it playing Dungeons & Dragons. Now, Yeah, me and my dad have done other things together, but that's just kind of always been our thing. I've been playing... I'm 30 years old, and I started playing D&D when I was 5. My first character was a dwarven barbarian. And I remember my dad, you know, telling me it was okay if I didn't learn the dice right away and everything. We played from level 1 to 3 in 4 weeks, and by then I had it down. And I was, well, just the two of us were playing, but I was strategizing and planning, and by the time I was 10, I was DMing.
Walk away from this.
That's good. Now, are you guys like really heavy role players, or are you more strategical hack and slash, or a healthy mix? I mean, I like role playing to a point. I don't like it when people take it too far.
You will regret that.
And I have seen people who take it too far. There's kind of those horror stories that people hear about, you know, so-and-so going and getting their ears actually shaped to elf ears and want to change the name to their character name. And I don't like RPG ever taken to that point. It's a game. It's supposed to be a game. We can have fun with it when we play the game, but when you're done and you walk away from the table, the game's supposed to stop. So we role play some, but not for most people I talk to, or most other tables I've sat in on. We role play a very small amount compared to those groups, but we mostly try to focus on, or at least I try to focus on, making people think about, like, hey, you have to defend this town. What's the best way to defend this town? How are you going to do it and do it right? You know, or how to deal with, like in this game, you're dealing with a plague. Well, let's deal with the mystery of the plague, the clue finding, the, you know, you'll do some role playing, like when you're, you know, hunting for clues or talking to NPCs, but 9 times out of 10 we don't do much more than that. Oh, I can't forget I was going to miss the boss over here. There's a little mini boss, a guy whose head is being hunted. I should top off my healing though. I was taught chess about the same age as you started D&D. You know, I like chess too. I was on the chess club in 7th grade. And I ended up not staying on it very long though, because we went to a tournament and I took 4th. But everybody got mad because when I was playing the pretty much against the guy who took 3rd, or the guy who went past me, to see if I could move on, we ended up drawing for, I think it was like 5 games in a row, and I just got sick of it. So I was like, you know what, you go ahead, you move on, I'll take the loss, and well, no point using that, he's almost dead. I'll take the loss and call it a game. And literally my instructor, I shouldn't say instructor, the teacher of the club chewed me out on the way back that I was willing to concede without an actual loss. And I was just there to play a game and have fun, and they were making it into some ridiculously huge deal that I didn't think it should have been. So I ended up quitting. Our group is very cool. We are all around about the same age, school teacher, etc. And yes, they are like, you don't even need a, like you who don't need a book for reference. That's, you know, I always do keep my books at my side because I've I've had a lot of people say, come on, you have it memorized, why do you need the book? And it's like, well, I always want to make sure that I'm remembering it 100% correct, and I don't want to give you a false statement because I think I know it. But the nice thing is, because I do have it memorized, it makes looking it up take like 5 seconds. It's like, oh yeah, that's on page 176. Yeah, okay. That's how it works, let's go. But that's good. That's a good group to be playing with when you're learning, because they will have all the means to help support you as you are figuring the game out. Like I said, we were doing Pathfinder Society in the town next over from me. They ended up getting a bunch of like high schoolers come in who hadn't played, and they thought it sounded cool and they wanted to try to play it. Well, they all ended up at my table because the guy who owned the shop said I was the one who had the patience to teach them all. How's the stream health been? Has it been lagging any? Or are we having a pretty good smooth stream tonight? So, if I remember correctly, your wife got you the hardcover books as a present, right? So you're not having to use PDFs. I know a lot of people really like the PDFs, but I'm a hardcover book kind of guy, or a real book in my hand person. I can't really stand PDFs that much. The only thing I look up on, digitally are monster manuals, because it's really easy, because I might only use this monster once or twice, and it's in Monster Manual 4, and I don't have that one. So I'll just look that one up real quick and use it, be done with it, and call it good. But all the other rule books, I always want real books. All my novels, I don't like ebooks. I got 2 ebooks as a gift, and I had my wife take them to work and print them off for me as real books. And that's one of the nice things about having a wife who works in the printing industry. She literally knows how to make a book, and it's wonderful. That is my biggest problem at the moment, because they are always waiting for me to finish material. Don't feel bad about that, dude. It is really not a big deal. I mean, you're giving them... it lagged a little, or it is lagging a little? Like, is it something that happened a while ago, or is it just every once in a while it's lagging a little bit? But alright, one, you always allow them, if you're taking a moment to finish your turn, you're giving them time to plan out their turn. Yeah, that's right, you cannot beat a book. But it always gives you time for them to finish their turn. And for me, I know a lot of times when I'm playing with somebody who's new to the game, I have a lot of fun, actually. Sometimes playing with people who've been playing for a long time actually takes the life out of the game. Everyone kind of settles into pretty much kind of like a rut. Like, okay, for example, I think my game froze on me. I'm going to be really upset. Hopefully autosave took over this. But where was I? So, for example, for a long time I was always playing the wizard, because everyone said I played a good wizard. And my one friend was always playing the thief. My dad would always play the cleric. And everyone was like in their set roles, and we kept playing them and playing them. It's not even that we got bored with the roles, it's just they knew what spell I was going to have. I knew what feats they were going to take. And that's when you lose like all role play. I mean, we couldn't even tell you what our characters' names were. I was leaving the slot of my character's name blank. But then when we got new people in the group, and they wanted to try new things or try things different or do different things different ways, it got the creative juices flowing again, and I enjoyed it 10 times more. I started DMing with passion again, instead of just, well, yeah, you know, you walk in a room, this is what it looks like. No, I started giving descriptions of sights and smells and sounds, and, you know, you feel a damp, you know, this and this, and it was so much fun. So I think you should take comfort in knowing that even if you are taking a long time to finish your turn, as long as you're trying, you froze, counts as you died, LOL. It does not. You're just mad I haven't died yet. Alright. Yeah, it crashed. Alright. I think the stream will keep going while I restart the game. So I think that shouldn't be a problem. Let me bring this up. Yeah, okay. So the game will keep going while, or the stream will keep going while I reset the game. There we go. Alright. That works. Main thing I was worried about was the stream crashing. Alright. Now I went into a new district, so it should have actually auto-saved me going into new district. I have not saved in a while. Ah, crap. Lovely. Yeah, it auto-saved. So yeah, I guess that counts as a death. You could say I died with that one, dude. Oh. The thing is now I'm not even gonna bother looking for stuff. I'm just gonna kind of... We're gonna speed run through here. Hi, everybody. Let's see if this gets me killed. I have to get my Twitter picked up, so y'all will have to go now. But you didn't even tell me what you picked. I'm supposed to get like bonus privilege information because I'm talking to you early. Oh, dude, look at this. Everyone followed me in. That's crazy. I'm literally surrounded. Everyone actually can follow me through the door. So now we know this game literally has the AI is capable of going through doors. Here we go. Oh, my cleric almost died there. Okay, yeah, Wednesday. I had to stop and think about what today was, because to me this is still Monday, because I haven't been to bed yet. It was like, Wednesday? What do you mean Wednesday? Aren't you going to watch me Tuesday? Well, I actually might keep going for a while. I don't even know what time it is, but I think I might just keep playing. So you can lurk or leave me on in the background, or... if you're not using your computer, just kind of have it running for background noise while I play. Did I shoot the wrong person? No, okay. You know what? Heal you again. Quit using the wand. Ooh, nice hit. You know, as a sorcerer, you can still go Pale Master if you like my little undead buddy. You can get one too. Ooh, I got random gloves this time. Maybe something good. Perform for a bard. Yeah, no. Okay, not good. Well, thanks for stopping by and for chatting with me. Let's get my undead back up. Buff. 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 I need to save after this too, so I don't have any more problems with it if this crashes again. Yeah, man, thank you. See you later. Up. Ooh, it's empty decks now. Save, that's what I was going to do. I was going to save it. Let's save. Get some sleep or you'll make yourself sick. I'm good. This is nothing. I'll sleep when I'm dead. Die. There you go. Nothing, no loot. Oh wait, something. 1 gold piece, lovely. Exactly what I needed. Come here, guys. I need to feed my pixie. Feed her. There we go. Even though it's funny with how much I'm using potions and everything, I'm not even relying on her healing me right now. I forgot about that. They all made their saves. Let's see if we can't get a ghoul touch off, actually. How is everyone still making their saves? Alright. Fortitude save versus poison. Failure. So he failed the saving throw. Why are they not paralyzed then? That should have paralyzed him. And I do not know why it did not. Caster's hand glows with unearthly radiance. The target creature must make a fortitude saving throw or become paralyzed. Creatures paralyzed emit a noxious cloud that applies -2 penalties, saving throws, and attack damage. Okay, so that poison is actually from my my zombie, actually. I missed my touch attack. Are you kidding me? His touch AC should be like 12, and I'm rolling a 3 on this stupid thing. Alright, let's try this again. Because I'd like to get this off, because I'd like to be able to actually get some crowd control going on this group. Did I miss again? If I missed again, I'm going to be... Yeah, I missed again. This is ridiculous. Fine. Ha! Failed your saving throw that time, you idiot. Die, fools. There. No time. Get that stupid letter. Don't need arrows. I need to think. What is a good crowd control spell? Because I know glitter dust and web are the two main ones I can think of. There are 3rd edition crowd control spells that are good. I need to think if there's anything else, because glitter dust wasn't in the store. Web is not going to work out because, well, my undead and my pixie are just going to get stuck in it.
Hello.
I'm under her command. You open the door. I'm commanded to find the Waterhaven creatures. Have you heard anything about them? Well, let me through the gate. Shut up. You useless NPC. Now, first things first, I want to find. Pretty sure the wizard's place was over here. Somewhere. Open that, girl. You stand your ground. Ooh, I'll take both of those. Since I'm using that for all my healing right now anyways. Alcohol, I don't need alcohol. Not a cure mod though, I'll take that. I thought it was going to be over here, but it's not. What is this? Warehouse. Estate. There it is, the wizard lab. That's what I was after. Wizard's lab. Now you need to move. You should move all my potions to a different tab. Maybe the end of this one, or the end of that one. Because I'm not even going to be able to have all my potions up. I should do that. So, redesign my tabs here. Redesign my tabs. You know what? I'm not even going to have that on anymore. I don't need to have it up. So, let's see. Mage armor on full strength. Cat's grace. Alright. Now this one here, need to put days up as well. Because we've seen it does still work. They're still failing their saving throws. Negative energy. Cool touch. Ray. Okay, that's all there. Well, I guess until I get more. My defensive spells are wearing off. Of course they are. Cure light wounds. Cure moderate wounds. Cure serious wounds. Bless. There we go. You move. Alright, guess I don't get to move that then. Alright. Shouldn't be a problem dealing with this still. It's just going to be a little mint. Actually, let's go ahead and hit it with succeeded. He rolled DC 13, rolled 14 on the die. Let's go ahead and hit him with some damage then. That should be it right there. Done. Okay, it's over there. That's what I was after. Feed my pixie. There we go. So we got the clay. We now have the puff of fog. You know what? I'm actually not even going to... I'm not even going to go straight to this water deviant creature. I'm going to leave. I'm just going to finish all the wizard stuff in this stream. If my game didn't just freeze on me again. Alright, if this froze again, I'm just going to be done for the night. I don't know why it's crashing. While I wait to see this, if this works now, I'm going to get a drink, so excuse me for a moment. Yeah, it looks like it's not responding right now. So I'll give it a little bit. Open up Taskmaster. It says it's not responding. Hopefully this knocks out of it. But yeah, what I'm thinking about doing is I'll go through and I'm going to get the puff of smoke here, and we're going to go to the other two, the dock and the other quadrant. I forget their names off the top of my head. I'll just complete the wizard labs and do the quest for the wizards. I mean, I'm going to end up having to fight a golem. But I'm thinking with my undead and my 2 wands of negative energy, I can keep him healed up long enough for us to work just some physical damage with everybody to finish it off. But looks like I don't know why it crashed again. Alright everyone, we are going to go ahead and call it. Thank you for stopping by, for watching the stream. If you're watching this afterwards, the person I was talking to is Head Goblins Mordor. I was talking about in the description below. They said, great guy. If you're not following the channel and you're enjoying the content, go ahead and subscribe. Leave a like, comment. And if you're really feeling generous, there is a donation button for PayPal in the About section on my channel. Or on the wallpaper of my channel, there's a little PayPal button there. Any donation would be highly appreciated. And I'll see you guys next time. Thank you for stopping by.